Buggers, it is Wednesday, and what that means, it's week 7 of the wrap session. Today's been pretty good. We get into the group dynamics are changing all the time. The longer we the longer we sit with each other and talk, the more we get to know each other and the more open we become, which is really, really cool. So just to recap from last week, we kind of just focused on our triggers. You can see the link on week 6. You can just click on the link underneath the clip, the video clip that's highlighted in orange, and you can have a look at what kind of triggers set me off and kind of make me possibly unwell in my mental health. So, saying that, what we decided to do today was we decided to, bearing in mind we only have 3 hours in the workshop, we had to pick one of the triggers that most of the group could relate to, and we had to form an action plan around that of how we would deal with that situation if and when it arose. Okay, awesome. So we decided on catastrophizing. For myself, I catastrophize all the time. I'm overthinking, I'm critical. I even catastrophize when I'm in groups. For example, I've got a big issue with my teeth, and sometimes when I'm talking to people, usually one-on-one, I think that people are looking at my teeth or lack of them, and this actually stops me from being able to do what I want, which is to engage and get the conversation going and just basically to do what I want to do, which is converse. My thoughts just become all blurred and jumbled. I start having anxiety attacks, and it's just a really negative emotion to have. So what we did is we did an action plan. So we kind of got down to thinking, what kind of thoughts, what kind of thoughts do you tell yourself when you catastrophize? So the group came up with a few. So I'm going to fail, I'm going to panic, I'm not going to succeed, I can't cope, I can't focus, overthinking negative things and thoughts. Then we kind of went around the group, and we kind of just what's the word? Brainstormed is the word. Yeah, we kind of brainstormed how we could challenge, those catastrophized thoughts. I think that's a word, catastrophized. Something that came up was positive affirmations, or your mantras. A good thing, which I'm definitely going to do tonight, is to put different mantras up everywhere that you can think of. So, by the mirror. I've probably said this before in previous weeks. I put it up on the mirror, in the bedroom, and even if you don't believe in the mantra or the positive affirmation, just put it there and say it to yourself. So that's a little bit about the positive affirmations. Someone has a really great idea. He practices mindfulness every day, and if you want to know more about mindfulness, you can access an app that's called headspace.com. We did a little 3-minute exercise, and it was really, really powerful. Especially for me, it was powerful because usually when I try to do mindfulness exercises, I've been told to focus on the floor, close my eyes, and it just doesn't work for me. But with this particular exercise that we did, we were asked to focus on a particular part of our body, which I focused on my watch, and how, it felt around me, and I was able to stay in the moment more. So yeah, that was kind of cool, Then, this was cool. My notes. So much that gets talked about. That's why I have to have these notes. And someone from another rap group actually came up with a brilliant idea. And I'm going to show you it now. It's called "Try to Take Your Thoughts to Court." Love it, So basically, you just I'm going to put this all up. I'm just going to say, take an unhelpful thought and see if you can test it. I'm going to type it up for you. I'm going to have a go with it, and hopefully you can have a go with it. I think it's a really, really cool way to challenge your thoughts and to try and get a new perspective on triggers and feelings. So that was that. That was last week's. Sorry, I've just gotten to the wrong page. There we go. Another thing that one of the facilitators brought up was, it was myself that brought it up, that when you're in a situation and you can't get out of it, you want to fight or flee, and usually I want to flee. And what I have done in the past is I've just kind of sat with those feelings until the feelings change, because all emotions change eventually. One of the co-facilitators told us about this butterfly metaphor. And basically what it is that there's you in a house, and there's a butterfly that comes, flapping and wants to come into the house. And you're kind of like pushing it away. Butterfly comes, flaps in the house, and you're like, no, don't want to challenge that thought, don't want to see that, don't want to know about it, forget about it, and just go away. And this happens back and forth until eventually you can't ignore it, because the butterfly will come head on, crash right into your little cocoon of a space, and then you're going to have to deal with the situation. So it's always best to do it before it gets to a really, really bad stage. I'm going on quite a lot here, but I thought it was worth mentioning. I'll also put this on, type this up onto my blog. And then to leave on a positive note, we decided what can we do to make sure that we can nip those triggers in the bud. So it's like going back to week 1 and looking at your wellness toolbox and kind of using stuff from there that might be helpful. And this is the week where it all kind of clicks, and all the stuff, the elementary stuff, the wellness toolbox, okay, this makes me well. It all clicks, and it actually makes sense, because this will stop me from possibly going down even further with my own mental health issues. Just before I go, I'd just like to say that action plans can be formed around anything, not just mental health. It can be formed around if you're moving, if you're having a child, just everyday kind of situations, milestones, that kind of thing. But again, I shall put all of that onto the wrap page, and I'm going to wrap it up now. I'm going to go and fetch my daughter, but it's been an awesome day. I hope you get something out of this. I get a lot out of it. What was very nice is in the group, just before I go, in the group, we had to pick an affirmation for ourselves, and then we had to pick one for anybody in the group. So what I thought was applicable for myself, with what's going on, in my life at the moment, I picked, I am successful in whatever I do. Okay, so that's going up in a place that I can see it, often. Someone picked a really, really personal one for me, and it's, I'm at peace with all that has happened, and it is happening and will happen. And that's about me just chilling, being in the moment, and trusting that all the good stuff that's going to happen will happen, but it's not going to happen right now. So maybe you can maybe you can do that with your friends and family, just give them a mantra and say, tell yourself this, big people up, that's what it's all about, connecting with people, and staying happy and emotionally well. So I'm going to leave and wrap it up, and bye.